Hello there. We are here to answer the age-old question. Does size really matter? Well, I think we all already know the answer to that question. What's going on, all my fellow bait chuckers out there? My name is Michael. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video today. We have a great one because it's new mold day. New molds are always fun, and we're downsizing today. BFS, that's the word of the day. The 1.7-inch Epic Whip Wad. Oh yeah, yep. We're really gonna see if size matters, and I think it does. I think downsizing is going to get us where we need to be. Oh, and check this out. Can you see that down in there? Yep, that's a laminate plate. That's right. This thing can dual laminate tiny little 1.7-inch whip wads. Dual laminate? Oh, yes, please. As always, Jason's got you covered. We got belly labeled on one mold, back labeled on the other half of the mold. So, of course, the first thing that we're going to shoot today is going to be some electric shad laminates. So, I happen to have some leftover electric shad remelt from the last live stream we did. In case you don't know, we try and go live almost every single Sunday night at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and I'll go ahead and put a link to last week's live stream in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. We made some awesome swim baits in the electric shad colorway, and we got leftovers, so we're going to use those for some of these whip wads, because this is one of my confidence colors, and I got leftovers, and I mean, why not take an ultimate confidence bait and import an ultimate confidence color, you know what I mean? In addition to the electric shad, we're going to be doing a single color using some of the Lureworks Jelly Apple Red in a color that I like to call Morning Glow. A great crappie panfish style color because, well, that's what we're going to be catching today. I think we're going to get a little bit of everything. I mean, at 1.7 inches, it looks like a little tiny miniature grub. So in terms of rigging, I have a couple ideas on how we're going to rig it up today. And I'm only bringing 2 poles to the pond because that's right, we're going shore bombing today. The boat is in the shop getting worked on right now, so unfortunately the Delta is out of play for today. So we got a local pond nearby. It's heavily pressured because it's, well, the only pond in the area really, and so we're only bringing 2 poles today. We're bringing a couple colors of the 1.7-inch whip wad and a couple different ways to rig it. So minimal challenge today. We're going to see if we can't catch, well, anything really on the 1.7-inch whip wad and make it certified. Now, it is a bit cold in the shop here today, so you can see we have the blending block, the injector, as well as the mold preheating on the hot plate right now. If you have a hot plate, I highly recommend keeping small molds like this warmed up, especially when it's cold out, because the detail on this mold is absolutely incredible, and there are a lot of small nooks and crannies that plastisol has to get into. So having a nice warm mold will help fill in all of those tiny little gaps, especially with a highly detailed mold like the 1.7-inch whip wad. Okay, well, that's warming up. Let's talk about rigging for a second. First up is going to be somewhat of a standard rigging for crappie baits, and that is going to be an Eagle Claw 1/32 ounce ball head jig. Now you can see when inserted into the mold that it goes right towards the back of the tail. Jason assured me that these hooks will work with this particular bait, so I'm excited to try it out because it's one of the few hooks I have right now that will actually fit this size of bait. So we're going to give this a shot this afternoon. We'll try it probably on a drop shot as well as just a regular flat ball head jig all on its own. Now over here, in addition to the ball head jigs, we have the Z-Man Chatterbait Flashback Mini. A tiny micro BFS chatterbait weighing in at 1/8 of an ounce, and you can see the bait that comes with it stock almost looks kind of like a whip wad, but it doesn't have nearly the awesome tail that a whip wad does. Just setting this into the mold, I can see that it's going to be a great hook alignment coming through right in the center of the back, and I think that whip wad tail is going to do a whole bunch of flapping back there behind that micro chatterbait. So I really feel like this is going to be the winning combo for the day, but you know, that remains to be seen. So what are we waiting for? Let's get some baits poured. so we are starting out with 2 cups of chopped up remelt. One thing you want to be sure of is when you are doing remelt, you want to make sure it's chopped up into a bunch of small, relatively the same size pieces. It makes it easier to melt down evenly. You won't get left with any big chunks inside there. And if you notice, we're also using the sparkle flake because we were pouring some electric shad. So because we have the sparkle flake and because it is very temperature sensitive, we are going to be heating this up very, very slowly, roughly about 30 seconds per rotation. And so hopefully this will get us where we need to be in terms of remelt, get everything melted down to the proper temperature and not damage any of the sparkle flake by turning it blue or green or gold, any of the warped colors that you get after it increases in temperature above 340 degrees. All right, we are about 330, 340 over there. We're at about 340 over here. I think we are ready to shoot, and we were able to maintain the majority of the sparkle flake, which is awesome. So we've got our mold all lined up here, belly to the left, back to the right. That's how we like to line it up. Remember, kids, don't forget to glove up. Okay. That's it, just as I suspected. Didn't really take much plastisol whatsoever. But looks like we've got a good even laminate. Alright, here we go. First demolding of the 1.7 inch Epic Whip Wad. Look at that. Alright. Well, we definitely got a laminate, but we need to darken it up because you can barely see it. It is so thin. But you can definitely see there is a 2-color laminate there. Absolutely. Look at that. That is awesome stuff. Alright, definitely going to add a couple more drops of black to thicken that up on the second round. But pretty good so far. Beautiful. We are at temperature on both cups, so we're just going to add, I added 6 drops of black in there. It's not much plastisol at all, so hopefully that thickens up that top side so we can get a much better idea of the laminate, and I think it will. Alright, we are ready to shoot. Let's get round 2 going, huh? Alright, round 2 of the 1.7 inch Epic Whip Wad. Hopefully a little easier to see these laminates. Yes, it is. Look at that. Now those are some beautiful electric shad laminates. Oh yeah, you can really see it there. Beautiful. My goodness. I mean, it just amazes me at how well that laminates in a tiny little 1.7 inch bait. I mean, if you look here, this goes all the way back and through the tail. Same here on this one. Absolutely incredible. I don't know how you do it, Jason. That's unbelievable. Awesome stuff. Alright, now you'll notice here we have a half a cup of fresh plastisol, and I actually added 40 drops of the jelly apple red dye in advance of heating it up. So the reason I do this is because the Jelly Apple Red, along with Methylate, the Blaze Orange, etc., these neon colors actually do better if you add it in before you heat up the plastisol. That way it doesn't, you know, kind of clump up in the tiny little bits and pieces inside the hot plastisol. So we're going to heat this up nice and slow and bring it up to temperature, and then we'll be ready to inject some nice Morning Glow 1.7-inch whip wads. Alright, we're starting to move into the gel phase here, and you can almost start to see some of the kind of orange to red color shift that's happening. Again, this is why we like to add this color to the plastisol before we heat it up. We're going to give us a little more time in the microwave, get this through the gel phase, and we're going to have an awesome color when this is all done. Again, 40 drops for a half a cup. Okay, you can see we are definitely up to temperature now. Plenty hot. We got that awesome kind of bright pink orange going on here. I love it. So now we're going to add in a little bit of the 0.15 gold sparkle flake from Lureworks. We'll start with 1/16 of a teaspoon. See where that gets us. That just is not flashy enough. I want more, so we're going to put more. Awesome. There we go. Looks like 1/8 of a teaspoon total is what we ended up with, along with 40 drops of the Jelly Apple Red dye. And look at that beautiful color right there. Beautiful gold sparkle flake in there. Pink to orange changeable. Fantastic stuff. Fun color. Alright, here we go. Awesome stuff. And you can see on the injector that pink to orange changeable that you get out of that. It's a really fun color, real bright, and the crappie are sure to love it. Okay, 1.7-inch whip wad in the Morning Glow colorway. Let's take a look. They're all going to come out on that side, and look at that. Whew. Absolutely beautiful. That is going to catch a crappie's attention. No doubt about it. I love with this colorway, you can see where it's thick. We kind of have orange in the body, still translucent and see-through, but yet pinkish on the edges and on the tails, depending on when the light hits it at a certain angle. Absolutely awesome stuff. Awesome crappie color. Definitely something you should try if you happen to have the Jelly Apple Red. I mean, look at that. Orange with the pink hanging off the side. We got to get another batch. Alright, here we go. Round 2. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Also looking fantastic. Good stuff. Alright, here we go. Bonus baits. I had to see what the electric shad leftovers look like when they were paired up with the Morning Glow. So we're doing a batch of that because, you know, why not? Alright, here we go. Demolding of the 1.7-inch whip wad with the electric shad backing. Look at that. Electric shad back and a Morning Glow belly. super, super cool. Definitely added a dark back there. Look at that. I can't believe how well that this mold laminates for being such a tiny bait. Look at that. I mean, there you go. That's absolutely incredible. Beautiful laminates on these little tiny 1.7-inch baits. Absolutely outstanding. All right, well, time to make our way out to the pond. We only have a few hours of daylight left to fish. Let's get out there. An old quarry in Pleasanton, California called Shadow Cliffs. You can kind of see the remnants of it over there. And it's a quarry that they filled in with water and they use for recreation now here in Pleasanton. I don't mind putting it on blast because, well, this is one of the most pressured spots that I know of here in the Bay Area. So, I mean, if we catch anything in here, it's going to be a miracle. All right, the back pond is definitely filled to the brim. However, there is a ton of algae. We're going up around the corner. Hopefully we got a little bit of a clearing. All right, not too shabby. I think this will do. All right, we do not have very much time, so we're going to start with the little tiny chatterbait. Here we go, see if this works. Oh, there we go. It's official. It's official. Little tiny pressured pond bass like the 1.7-inch WhipWad. Okay, buddy. Okay. Awesome. Whew. I'll tell you, this is a tasty little morsel. There's all that grass out there, so I can only really cast so far with this light line. I wasn't expecting there to be as much grass as there is. Oh no. Don't get caught in the tree. Please. Oh gosh, no. Gosh, no. This is our only one. Please, Mr. Tree. Come on, this is our only bait. Come on, this is our only chatterbait. Please, no. I only got 7-pound tests on here. Are you kidding me right now? We only had 7-pound tests, but we got it. Saved it. This is our only mini chatterbait, so need to save it because we're waiting for our taco warehouse order to get here, and it didn't arrive when it said it was going to. And this is all we got for now, so we need to make it last. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I tell you, the things we do for YouTube views. Oh. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Another little guy. Look at that. Little baby pond bass. Awesome stuff. What on earth is going on over here? Gosh, can you tell I'm not really a shore fisherman? Getting caught up on everything. All right, well, 2 fish. We can do better. I know we can do better. Looks like this video is going to get pushed out another day. That's all there is to it. So we made it back. It is Thanksgiving morning. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving and got to spend some time with your families and loved ones. So you're watching this on Black Friday, which means this is a good time to stop and tell you about the Black Friday sale going on at Epic Bait Molds, if you haven't heard already. It's the biggest sale they've ever done. 25% off your entire order. Doesn't matter how many molds you buy. 1 mold, 2 molds, 3 molds, 10 molds. You get 25% off and a free collectible Christmas mold. Yep, I said collectible. They're giving away a holiday worm mold, and once it's gone this holiday, that's it. You're never going to be able to get it again. And then hopefully there'll be a new one next year. I believe that's the plan. So head on over to epicbaitmolds.com. Links are always down below in the description, along with all the gear we use and everything else. So if you ever wondered what gear we use or what tackle we're using, links are always down in the description below. Make sure to hit the 3 little buttons, click on more. Sometimes if you're on the phone, you have to hit more a second time, but it takes you to the video description and you got links to everything you need right there. So yeah, Epic Bait Molds, Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. Check it out. So we're back. Last night we caught 2 fish within 30 minutes. Now that doesn't seem like much, but considering the last 10 or so times I've been here, I've caught maybe 2 fish total. I'll take it. Like I said, this is one of the most heavily pressured ponds that I know of. Just walking around this morning, I've already seen about 10, 15 fishermen on Thanksgiving morning. I mean, it gets pounded. But don't get me wrong, there's fish in here. I know there's a 7-pound giant because my boy Devin, one of my son's friends, caught a big 7-pounder out of here on a 7-inch Epic Bait Molds finesse worm that I poured for him. So there's monsters in here. I just don't have much luck. So I figured, why not come to the most pressured pond that I know of to see if this mega official bait is mega official. And like I said, 2 fish within 30 minutes last night. That is pretty good. So I'll take it. All right. Whew. I'm stuffed. That was some good turkey. Nothing like smoked turkey for Thanksgiving. All right, well, we're up at the Delta. Let's see if we can't Delta certify the 1.7-inch Whip Wad. Water's cold. It is clear, and I did not see any fish on the rocks. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, there we go. Fish on. Fish on, fish on. Okay, buddy. Oof, oof. All right. Looks like one of those pike minnows. All right, come on, buddy. It's Delta certified, all right. Ooh. Sacramento pike minnows, like the Epic Whip Wad. Oh. Goodness gracious. I don't know if we're going to recover from this one. I don't know if we're going to recover from this one. Oh my dear Lord.